Hello, everybody. My name is Watersheep. Welcome to another episode of me yapping. If you have any questions that you want to ask me for the next video, feel free to drop it down in the comments. I know it's a new channel, so probably no one is watching, but if you do, please like and subscribe so I can pursue my dream as a YouTuber. Yeah, so today we're gonna talk about people changing. So back in high school, I have some friends which I knew for like, if including now, it's already like 5 to 6 years already from high school to now. And some changed less. Like, for example, some people changed on how they dress and stuff, which is really normal if you think about it. But then back then in high school, some people, their attitude changed a lot. I don't know how, but they really change in terms of how they act and how they talk to people, which is what I want to focus today. So I had a friend, which I knew from high school. He's kind of tall, and I like him a lot because back then he was just chill, and we have a lot of common topics, and we played a lot of games. We talked a lot. He even went to my house. He was really nice to me, and he was really nice to other people. He doesn't love to compare a lot, but then when he was in maybe college, I guess, then things started to change. I know 5 to 6 years can be quite some time, but I did not expect to have such change. And to be honest, even I do sometimes, I may have changed a lot as well, but then I did not expect him to change that much to the point that I say, yeah, let's stop being friends. It was a really bad ending in our part. So let's talk about him first. How he changed a lot. So as I said before, he was really calm. He doesn't love to compare, and then he's just generally a really chill guy back then in high school. But then when in college, I don't know why. Maybe he went to some kind of club or he met new friends, which I expect. People change, either good way or bad way. But this time, for me, I think it's a bad way. So because I didn't met him a lot in my college now because we are not in the same college and then we rarely met, but the one time we met out to have a beer, like talk about life and stuff. Uh, but then I really noticed how he's talking. Like compared to now, he's like really egotistic. Like he loves to compare, and then because back then, like it's like the last summer, he said he have a job, he has a job, and then I don't know why, but then he's urged to like say that other people is like worse than him, or like they don't want to improve, or they don't want to like have a great future. And how does he base on that? It's just because he has a job. And I really, at that point, I think that he changed a lot. And who he is comparing to are my friends as well. So I try to say, well, after a semester, you would like to rest, no? But then he says that, yeah, but still not the entire summer. I get it. Maybe 6 months is too much, I guess. But then he's at the point that he's insulting other people, saying that they only love to stay at home and stuff. Even if he loves to stay at home, so what? I think it's really important to know your boundaries, I guess. But then people changing. I guess you you may have some friends that are changing, or maybe you are in high school, so everybody is still very friends close to each other. But then after a few years, people may change. Your friends, not maybe not your friends, maybe your family may change. I guess it's how they see the world and how they perceive themselves. I guess at some point of age, maybe in 20, and then when you see that you have a job and then you're earning income, you may feel like you're superior than other people. But then I feel like it, having a job doesn't really represent one's state in their life. And I think that's a core problem. In my last episode, I said that I see my friends, everyone have a plan. They know what to do, and then they're finding internships and trying to self improve. I think that's the core problem. And the fact that he found a job, I think that's the reason why he feels like he's more superior. It feels like he's on top and he's leading everybody in terms of his progress in life. But then everybody has their own progression in life. Remember this. Like, you don't need to like feel sad because you don't have a job, or maybe you want to rest a while. I feel like everybody wants to do something. And remember, like, even though he's like doing something, having a job now, your studying years is only from high school to college where you really remember stuff. I think you really should enjoy life and really um, see the world before like actually doing anything. So in my college, I need to work to actually graduate, so that's another story. But then I think everyone has their own stage in life, and yeah, some of my online friends, she's like a 19 now, so yeah. But then we were talking about movies. So when we're talking about movies, I said that I recently watched Angry Birds, and then she said, "Aren't you too old for this?" Even for me now, I used it to watch like cartoons from Disney, but now I changed. Like I don't watch like even such subtle change. I feel like uh, I I believe that you watch movies because it's fun. Not you don't stop watching something you enjoy just because you're older. And the more I see about it, the more I see how people change from just being older, and I don't really understand why. But I guess that's just different from everyone. But then that's just more or less important stuff. But I really just want to say, if you're like having a big friend group now, enjoy the moment. Like enjoy while you can still can, and then go out more, I guess. But then if you don't want to go out, it's fine. Enjoy yourself, take a rest, and don't be sad just because you see other people actually doing some productive stuff as you perceive, because everyone's progress is different. And I believe that being happy is more important than being in front of everybody else in terms of your life. Like, I know people may say that you're just a child, but then it's really important to love yourself and enjoy what you're doing now. And uh, just because other people are changing doesn't mean that you need to change as well. And I think it's really important to know this. I know it may be hard for you to like not change because you want to like stay in a group, remain relevant, but when you're older, you will understand that this is your life. You change because you want to, not because your friends are changing and you want to follow suit. And yeah, um, if you have any questions that you want to ask me, feel free to ask me as well. And remember, just enjoy life while you still can. I know I may be repeating, but it's really, really, really important to know that. So now, I even understand it now. Like, I see my friends like going out to drink and stuff. They're dressing properly, and I'm not saying it's bad and stuff, but then I won't like follow them, like change because it's the like how the trend is. I change because I want to and I love to. Of course, you may think that I may have no friends, but then if you remain the same and you be yourself, you will always find someone that you can talk to and be friends with. Like they may have the similar interests. And I think being yourself is more important than trying to fit in the group. And I realized only like in this 2 to 3 years, but I think everybody should know it earlier. And that's about it. If you have any questions that you want me to answer, like maybe in your life you have some difficulties or anything, feel free to write it down in the comments. And yeah, I may have another episode tomorrow, but then if you enjoyed what I said and if you want to add on anything in this video, feel free to do so. And I will see you guys soon. See ya.